Dr. Yashashwini, and I would be speaking on the topic how to calculate chi-square for the categorical data. Now, what are these particular categorical data? Let me give you an example. Like you're collecting the information in the form for gender, male and female is a categorical data. Or if you're collecting the information with regards to age group, I have taken Gen Z, that is Generation Z for my collection of data, where their age group falls within the bracket of 27, the age group starting from the year 1997 to 2014. This particular in between age group is called as Gen Z age group. So let me share this to you, the data which I've collected. Uh, I think you would have a better understanding. So I have made questionnaires and shared my Google form questionnaires to the respondents. So my topic was evaluate adoption among the Gen Z or Generation Z. So the data which I've collected falls on few stages. As you can see, the responses which I've collected: age, gender, educational qualification, and family income. All of this becomes the categorical data, even including the Likert scale, which I have taken into consideration as agree, okay, strongly agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. Now, as I've already explained to you what is categorical data is like male or female, undergraduate, postgraduate, and the income that I have bifurcated over here. Let me show you a table which I have done, which is so called as uh, the table which is being formed, which is so called as cross tabulation. Here I've taken the educational qualification and family annual income. Over here, undergraduate, postgraduate is the educational qualification categorical data. Family income, as you can see, 3 to 5 lakh, 5 to 7 lakh, 7 to 9 lakh, 10 lakh and above. This is the categorical data accordingly to which the grand total is being done. Now, to have a more clear clarity, what is the hypothesis which I have framed? I will show you by sharing one more Excel sheet which I worked on. So this is the sheet which I worked on collecting the data. So this is a cross tabulation which includes the age group. As you guys can see, age group 18 to 21, educational qualification, and also including the family annual income. So the collected data looks like this when we do a cross tabulation. Okay, with the help of pivot table, and when we do the cross tabulation, this is how the data looks. Now, there's a formula for calculating the chi-square. Now, how do we go with this particular formula? Let me make it very clear to you. The chi-square formula stands on the summation of this summation of uh, that is observed frequency. OI is observed frequency minus the expected frequency to sum of the square divided by expected frequency. So this is the formula for which when we are calculating it on the Excel sheet, we have like this: expected cell frequency is equal to row total, that is so called as row total, by row total until over here, and then multiplied by column total, as you can see here, and then divided by the grand total, that is 100. Fine. So this is how we calculate the expected cell frequency. After the calculation, you can see in the cell over here, I have taken the row total into the column total divided by the grand total. After doing all of this particular total over here, okay, after doing all of this particular total, the the values that you get is this. So let me show you very easier way. I'll just delete this one particular column and row. So it is equal to row total into, that is so called as column total divided by 100. So this gives you the value that is so called as expected cell frequency value. Now, coming down to the main testing of hypothesis, what I've taken hypothesis H1 is, which is so called as true hypothesis, and H naught as a null hypothesis. Generation Z adaptation to evaluate has an association with educational qualification and family income. And the H naught, that is so called as null hypothesis, Gen Z adaptation to evaluate has no association with the educational qualification and family income. Now, how did I prove this particular sum? Let me make it clear to you how exactly this works. Uh, so I'll show you how exactly this works. Now, there is an other way of calculating this. Now, how do we calculate this? I'll show you. Now, it is equal to chi-square test. Select chi-square test. Okay. Now, it tells you in the chi-square test, you are supposed to have the expected frequency. The expected frequency. It shows actual range which is being collected. Fine. Actual range which is being collected, comma, the expected frequency. Sorry, this is one more cell being selected. Let me show you this very clear. This is the data that you are supposed to select, comma. Please don't select the grand total here and there. So make sure that you select now expected frequency. Fine. Now close the bracket. This is the answer you get. Copy this, paste in another cell. So this gives you the value of 0.1397. Now, we need to understand one more thing is that, let me tell you this very clearly. If P value, that is this value which is being collected, this value that is 0.139 value is greater than 0.05, 0.05, then that is H1, that is is true hypothesis is accepted, and null hypothesis is rejected. Okay. Now, if p value is lesser than 0.05, what does that mean? H naught, that is so called as null hypothesis, is accepted. So according to the data which I've got right now, the p value is more than 0.05. So my true hypothesis, that is Gen Z adaptation to evaluate, has an association with educational qualification and family income. So by this, I proved my true hypothesis. And this is how we calculate chi-square. This is chi-square data, chi-square value. Okay, I think by explaining this, I made it clear to all of you how to calculate the chi-square value for the categorical data. Okay, so that I would be unsharing it now. Thank you so much for patiently listening to me. Have a beautiful day.